Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing another Traxler video. So this is another time that I've able to do this trap. This comes up pretty often now. So this is actually really learning how to play this trap. It's become quite useful because people keep trying to do the fried liver attack, which is nice. So fried liver attack is when you're white and you start with the Italian game like now. And then we have the two knights defense as black. So this is how the fried liver attack happens as white. So he sends his knight down to start doing the threat between the rook and the queen. But this opponent does something different. But the next move for us is very important. So we do the bishop. So eyeing up the bishop with the king. So this is going to do a bishop sacrifice. So he does the best move in this scenario. So and I want to also talk about this too. Like, this is the best move for the scenario, but you've got to realize when you do gambits or traps like these, you're putting yourself at risk. So if your opponent doesn't fall for the trap, you're usually in a bad position. So if he doesn't fall for it, you can end up having a bad game afterwards. So this guy, in his defense, has probably done the best move for this scenario, but with moving the knight forward into g5, he's putting himself at risk if someone knows the move. So there's a common saying when I was learning chess, still learning chess obviously, is tricks are for kids. So they only fall for that. So that means like the beginning chess players will fall for the traps, but when you start playing more experienced, they will not fall for these traps, and then that's why you'll lose in better positions. Like you'll end up losing because you'll have a bad position. Okay, so now this is the Traxler again. So we've just traded our bishop with a check. So just trying to push his king forward. So the idea of this is trying to get his king forward. The best move obviously will be back there. Once we get him in check, the best move is actually there or here, but it still hasn't got a good statistics if black knows how to play the Traxler. So normally the next move is knight here and get the check, but we can't this time like I did the last video because the queen is actually targeting this square. So this time I had to do some preparation and move the pawn out, and also good for blocking the bishop as well and getting our bishop into the game. Okay, so he moves his pawn forward, just trying to open up position. So he doesn't realize what's actually going on. So he hasn't seen this, but he's trying to get simple development moves, trying to get his knight out. We get our knight on a strong outpost. So he can still move here, but if we end up here, we could trap, the rook's trapped as well. So there could be a lot of things he's thinking about. But it was just mainly what I was thinking about was controlling these squares in the center for the knight, just to try and get the checkmate in. Anyway, so he's moved the rook out, so I wasn't expecting that. So we've moved the king across to get out of the line of the castle, because what we do want is to move the knight in the future. So once he gets into check and moves, then he'll be in check anyway. So we'll be in check with the king if the king was here because of the rook. So we had a bit of vision there to see that. Okay, so he's moved his knight. So he's doing simple development moves, which is great. Check now. So this time we've got him in check, but we've got the bishop lined up defending our knight, which is very important. So he hides in the back corner, which is probably the safest option. We take, and now he does his trapping the rook with the queen, which we don't mind, because now we can go back to our own plan and just get our queen out. And now we're threatening checkmate. And he's probably wondering what is going on here. It's like the hunted has become, or was it the hunter has become the hunted? Okay, so he's targeting our knight. Well, what's better than one knight sacrifice? Two knight sacrifices, alright. So we've got defending there as well. So he's just taken with the rook. I'm not sure if he couldn't really take with the pawn because we'd end up with the queen here anyway, and then eventually going here. So, well, actually no, If he took with a pawn, it would be a lot tougher because the queen was here. But we'd still be able to take with a pawn anyway. Okay, so he took with the pawn. He takes the rook, so he probably should have taken the knight. But we could have still taken here anyway, so pressure is mounting for this guy. So now we get him in check. And then, yeah, this the final move, which is checkmate. And that's how you do it. That's another variation of the Traxler. Okay, guys, every time I do the Traxler, I'm going to do another video, and hopefully it'll be different plays. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.